Welcome back to my coverage of the greatest scientific discovery of modern times. Giant living plasma webs infesting every city on Earth. Have they come to your town yet? Remember to social distance from the plasma beans. I know they're real because I saw something I didn't understand in a YouTube video, and so that means it's whatever the creator tells me it is. But you wouldn't get it, because you're not educated in, science. But for the smart people out there, here's some evidence.
But this right here, plasma, these are plasma beings. They are living, you all. This is real, you all. All of this stuff that's going on at nighttime, these are real. This is real, what you're looking at.
Well, heck, the first time you said it, I wasn't so sure. I thought, well, it could be, I suppose. But it also kind of looks like that purple light's lighting up some water droplets on the lens as it comes into the camera. Golly heck, I just wasn't sure. But then you said it again, and then you said it again, and then you said it again. And, well, how can I argue with that?
It is absolutely amazing. When I tried to look at it earlier, it literally cut the feed, and I had to pray over it. I really did.
You prayed for the feed to come back? Did that work? Never mind, don't answer that. The feed did come back eventually, so in your mind that's probably a yes.
Oh man, my screen darkened all of a sudden on my phone. Why did they do that to me? They darkened my screen on my phone, you all.
Ugh, they are so subtle in their evil ways. What other terrible things have they done to you lately, Gina? Did they hide your TV remote in the couch cushions? Make your pasta boil over? Leave just 2 squares left on the toilet paper roll?
That's what they did. They have literally, AI has darkened my screen. Oh my gosh, why did you all do that to me? They darkened my screen.
I'm not sure if you mean the screen or the video, but either way, have you tried turning off auto brightness or auto exposure? That always helps me scare off the AI screen darkening techno goblins.
Shoot. Why did they do that? I'm gonna have to end this video, you all, because they darkened it immediately.
Works for me, because I have like 50 more to get through. Seriously, no promises. Thanks, they. Appreciate you helping me save time. Check's in the mail.
I believe that this right here is a projection of it all the way to over here because they're vibrating at the same frequency, and the same movement can be saw over here as it is over here.
Now, it's been a few days, so a quick refresher on water physics for all you science deniers out there. What's Gina's first law of water? That's right, class. Very good. Water never moves, even if there's wind. If it moves, we know it's a portal. Also, if it's running, we know it's water. You know, isn't it strange how generally okay people seem about a living plasma web being climbing the London Eye or invading the Vatican? You'd think thered be some degree of concern about this. Maybe everyone's just decided to accept their new plasma web overlords. I mean, really, what are you gonna do? You can't shoot them, which pretty much knocks out plans A through Z. Anyway, after this further disclosure of the interdimensional plasma takeover, Gina made yet another shocking discovery. She was really on a roll. Sure, maybe in 2021, the closed-minded establishment theys might laugh at her, but in a few months' time, when no place on Earth was free of the plasma webs, she would be proclaimed as an intellectual hero who revolutionized our entire understanding of the world and warned us about what was coming before we all got eaten by the plasma monsters. It's gonna happen, damn it! It's only a matter of time now that Gina spilled the plasma beans.
So if you're watching this, say, is Gina live right now? Gina is absolutely live right now.
Are you sure? You look like a ghost.
What you see falling are plasma rods.
Gina, that's not plasma rods. That is rain.
You may say, Gina, that's not plasma rods. That is snow. It's rain. No, it's plasma rods.
Oh, put in my place yet again. Please have mercy on me, Gina. You're too good at arguing. How can I possibly resist believing? I try and I try and I try, but it's so hard. And I lose vast swaths of my audience every time as they fall to your rhetorical skills.
And there's a lot of people who have taken pictures of these plasma rods that are falling.
Yes, I'd be absolutely shocked if it were otherwise, especially on a 4 frame per second infrared outdoor security camera in fucking Cardiff.
It's really, beings. There's beings in these plasma rods.
Gina, from what I can tell, in your opinion, there are beings in literally everything. At least whenever an image of said anything is captured by a camera. Although who knows, maybe your day-to-day experience involves dancing raindrops and singing stars, camera or no camera. Must be an interesting experience, if nothing else.
If you haven't done any research on it, I didn't know what they were until a couple years ago. Until they started showing up in my photos that I took at home.
Okay, that's one possibility. But on the other hand, let's consider the kind of evidence that you think establishes that what you see in your photos are in fact interdimensional beings. We all know about the bird UFOs and the out-of-focus stars, so instead, let's consider something from the first video we looked at back in the first part of this.
It is literally a portal that has opened up in the sky from their dimension because they're interdimensional beings peering out through the live cam at me because they knew I was watching them. How cool is that, you all? That is really cool.
Do you often feel like you're being observed by random objects in your environment? Don't answer that.
Can you see up here that there is a head in that? It's a clearly defined head. You can see this one. You can see its head right here. Looking out. This is a portal, this is a portal, this is a portal, this is a portal, but these are the bigger portals right there. They are looking out. You can see the eyes. Look at the eyes. 1, 2. This is real. You can see it really well, just like that. These are real, you all. This is not raindrops. I know what a raindrop looks like.
So you say, but I don't see much evidence that you do, and I see a lot of evidence that you don't.
People have seen this form of plasma in the round orb-like shapes also.
Yeah, I get that on my garage security camera when it's using infrared night vision and dust specks float past. I guess I could go in there right now and toss some flour around in the dark to demonstrate, but the camera's stuck on the wall and I don't really want to show you my garage or throw flour around in it. Get one and try it yourself if you somehow don't believe me. They're not that expensive these days. By the way, have I ever said how much I appreciate your videos, Gina? You don't even make proper arguments, so I don't feel terribly compelled to either, since all that a baseless assertion really deserves in response is a big old nuh-uh. And besides, the only proper argument in response to this that's really needed is for me to point out stuff that's already known by anyone who's familiar with basic consumer technology, which is most everybody who watches my stuff, I think. It's debunking on easy mode, which is lovely when I'm feeling a little tired or short on time or whatever. It's on the same sort of level of intellectual exertion as sitting down with a cup of tea and a really shitty dumb book. It's mildly aggravating, but it's not too taxing.
People say, do you think 5G has anything to do with what we're seeing now these days?
Oh boy. YouTube gods, just so you know, this video is not about the 5G conspiracy theory. Please don't derank my channel any more than you already have, thank you.
I don't know, but I do know that people have been taking pictures of these before 5G came around. I do know that. I just think that they have always existed, but we have not really paid too much attention to them. That's what I think.
Gonna have to agree with you there. Before your type of YouTube channel came around, I'm not sure anyone was the least bit interested in security camera footage of rain and dust, but it for sure existed. Which tells you something about just how obvious the explanation is to most people. Like, most of the guards monitoring the footage were probably like, ah fuck, there's rain on the camera again. Actually, they probably weren't even that concerned. And that's not because they're insufficiently spiritual or have a cork in their chakras or whatever the explanation happens to be today. So anyway, let's finally go on to the next one, which is video number 11. There's no way I'm going to get through all 60. I'll do my best. So the next video is about...
Hello.
Oh, more rain in Cardiff. How uncommon. We just did this, but I guess it was worth you putting out another video about the exact same thing because, well, because how else do you crack 1 million views a month with just a few thousand regular viewers? I mean, I put out about 4 videos a month and get something along the lines of 250,000 to 300,000 views a month. You put out 6 or 7 videos a day a lot of the time and get what, 1 million and something? 1.2, 1.5, whatever. Makes me think I should hire a team and start cranking out like 4 videos a week. That'd probably work out great. I think my brain might explode being exposed to this kind of stuff that often though.
What we're looking at here are plasma beams, plasma rods, light rods coming down in front of this live webcam. And again, this is in Wales. It's not where I live. You may say, Gina, it's snowing, it's snow. No, it's not snow.
Wait, did I screw this up somehow? Is this the same video again? Nope, different video, but almost identical. I think Gina's got her needle stuck.
Snow would not have little dashes and stuff in it. And I don't think it'd be going like that and like that.
Sure it would if the exposure time was set a little long. That's what motion blur is. Do you, like, not own a camera or something? Oh, right, iPhone. That should be fine. You should be able to figure all of this out using that. Although I guess we've learned that you like the auto settings, so maybe you don't know what the words I'm saying even mean. What do my videos sound like to you, I wonder? Do I sound like some sort of otherworldly being stringing together complex and bizarre sounds so alien to you that they cause physical pain to your puny mammalian brain? Exposure. Focus. What? Ow! Stop it, Plasma Demon Bean. Hello.
A lot of these one time show up in my yard. Some were super big. They can get bigger than a bus. Okay, they can get bigger than a bus.
Uh-huh. And how'd you measure that, Gina? Let me guess. You were out there filming your yard, maybe with your car or something like that in the picture for scale. And then a spirit streak showed up, like this. And so because the length of the streak in the picture was more than the length of the car, the streak, or whatever caused it, must be way bigger than your car in real life. That's it, isn't it? I bet it is. Prove me wrong. Anyway, most of this video is just the same thing again, so on to the next one.
We are looking at the live webcam of a cathedral in Orvieto, Italy. I can't say it right.
No, but more importantly, what the hell am I looking at? You say it's a cathedral, okay, fine, but all I'm seeing is darkness with kind of a light smudge at the top. What value can this possibly have?
But this is what I've noticed. It came out of the clouds at the top of the cathedral. You can see its shape. And it goes into a square, like a little square or a diamond-shaped cloud.
Does it? I don't see that. Is this some kind of Rorschach test?
And I'm just, look at this. This is undeniable.
What is? Like, I won't deny that there's a video, and I suppose I'll accept it's from a webcam that during the day is pointed at a cathedral, just because there's nothing particularly unusual about that or unbelievable about it. Beyond that, though, what am I supposed to be undenying? Is it something to do with that little bit of cotton or snow or whatever kind of fluffy thing it is floating past the camera? If so, what's that supposed to be?
This is what's in our skies. This is a life form that lives in the skies, is what it is.
Oh, so we are talking about that moving fleck of something. Or, no, that's gotta be it. Is that even in the sky? I thought the camera's pointed at some kind of cathedral, which I wouldn't assume means we're looking up at the sky. Is the cathedral up on a cliff or something, so we're looking up at it and therefore up at the sky? Like these pictures I took in Italy? Of course, mine don't look like some unidentifiable smudge of light, but you get the idea.
You may say, Gina, no. Yes, I'm serious.
It is hard to believe you're serious sometimes, but of all the claims you make, that's the one I find the easiest to believe.
And I've got it blown up as much as I can.
Oh, great. I'm sure that's helping a ton with image quality and identifying the scenery.
I would say the shape of it is probably about the size of a... maybe a large bird.
What is this, a cathedral for ants?
We're going to shrink it down so you can see the whole of the cathedral. Whoops, that's me. I'm going to show the whole of the cathedral. I got to get over here. And I don't want to stop my video, so you are going to have to watch me do this.
The care and attention to detail that goes into your videos is truly impressive.
I got a lot of shrinking to do because I made it extremely big.
Okay, but try to hurry, please. I have a lot to get to, but I really do want to see this cathedral in all its glory.
We can watch it right here for a second as it comes up into there. It's undeniable what we're looking at.
Why are you stopping the shrinking? I still don't know what you think is undeniable, but I do deny that we're looking at a cathedral right now, or at least that we can see one.
And they are so fast. I had to slow this down a lot, is what I had to do. So we can see it coming up the screen and then going into its little diamond-shaped vehicle. I guess it's its home or something in the sky.
Oh, so the fluffy thing is an alien, and the light bit is its space car. Whatever. I skipped ahead and found where she finally shows the damn cathedral, because I'm already bored of this.
Okay, yeah, see, these are the diamond-shaped little houses or something, oopsie, that they go into right here. There was one here. And you can tell that they aren't just clouds just sitting there. They are actually a vehicle of transportation, I think.
Well, okay, so we are looking at a bit of an upward angle, and what we were looking at was the sky, so that makes sense now. The bit of fuzzy-looking something or other kind of goes up and down and up, assuming it's even the same object in every frame, which is a questionable assumption at best. Not that it even matters, really, unless we find out that it killed someone and need the security footage for the trial. The lens has some water or dust, or maybe even just dried water spots on it. It's hard to say exactly when they're so out of focus. But because they're all over the lens, you can see them covering the cathedral as well as the sky, some of them even overlapping both the cathedral and the sky, showing that they're definitely not in the sky. But for some reason, we're leaping to the conclusion that they're alien vehicles, I guess employing a syllogism that goes something like, I see something, therefore it's a vehicle in the sky. Which is pretty airtight, and I must look pretty stupid just dismissing it and moving on to the next video, eh? The next one's called Amsterdam Webcam! With 4 exclamation marks, which, as Terry Pratchett wisely informed us, is a sure sign of a diseased mind.
This is so wowed. I just tuned into this webcam. I just found it. Look at these orbs showing up.
Wow.
This is Amsterdam. This literally showed up, this orb right here. Can you believe this?
I can believe the video. Yes, it's entirely believable. Maybe a little too believable. I've made quite a few videos with similar things in them to debunk people who don't understand how focus works before. For some reason, though, you keep on refusing to believe what you're seeing, and instead choose to believe whatever cockamamie thing you picked out of your ass today. And yes, I said cockamamie. It's a new thing I'm trying. I don't think it's working. I'll stop.
Look at that. It's right there by the moon. The moon is right there. And this just showed up out of the blue right here. Look, this thing just popped up.
Thank you, Gina. That's enough of Amsterdam. What's up next? I hope it's something at least slightly more compelling. The Plasma Webs! With 5 exclamation marks this time. If that situation goes much further, we'll need to find a straitjacket for your own safety. And this one has 42,000 views. This has got to be good, right?
Look at them. They're all over the place. And look at this. You all, they're all over this city. Look at them.
Okay, there's literally nobody watching my video right now who will benefit in any way from me repeating myself on this subject yet again. Maybe I should try to dig up some videos about like plain old vanilla Christianity or creationism or some other kind of junk soon, because if I have to explain water droplets one more time to someone who refuses to do even the simplest of experiments themselves to prove me right, or sorry, to prove me wrong, of course, I'm gonna be, well, mildly frustrated for a couple of minutes. Let's be realistic here. But that's still bad-ish.
I can't turn my camera sideways because it will not let me. It will not let me turn it sideways.
Oh, Gina, that's awful. Why would they do that to you? This sounds like it warrants a call to the FBI. Or it would, if they weren't in on it. Have you checked to make sure your shoes are safe?
This is a life form, you all. This is a plasma life form. Is what it is.
I'm so glad we have an expert to guide us through this. Otherwise, we might start making ridiculous assumptions.
They got their attention.
That building has a smirky face on it. Speaking of which, who knows the Smiley Face Barn in southern Alberta along Highway 2? It's one of the more interesting things to see on the drive up from Lethbridge. We Albertans appreciate the simple things, I suppose. To whoever owns that barn, thanks, dude. It makes that drive just a little more cheerful every time. And yes, I am stalling for time to avoid having to go back to the water droplets. I guess you could call it procrastination, but really I think that's an unfair characterization. Like, you know when you wake up in the morning and you really have to pee, but you also really want to finish that dream where you were just about to get some really delicious scalloped potatoes? And plus it's really cold in the room and you have raging morning wood and you know it's going to be like a whole ordeal and you don't want to deal with it, so you let yourself slip back into the dream. That's not really procrastination unless you're late for work, I guess. It's just sort of wanting to avoid doing something that really sucks. But it never works in the end because now all you can dream about is peeing in the potatoes instead, and then Gina's there with a camera, except she has your mom's face and the piss splashes up onto the camera lens and she says, "Now you're the plasma bean." And oh, look at that, I'm fresh out of time, bye!